MASH, weekdays and Sundays at 7 on MeTV 19.1. Your Skycam network, always on WZMQ19.com.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Kevin Hodge. Tonight on your WZMQ 19 News, millions of Americans could soon lose access to critical food assistance programs as the government shutdown continues. We'll have the latest live from Washington, D.C. Plus, Michigan Speaker of the House is applauding the work of Upper Peninsula lawmakers. We'll hear part of our exclusive interview. And we'll hear from former state representative Bo LaFave as he's now looking to become a state senator. Your 19 News at 6 starts now.
Live from the UP, this is WZMQ 19 News at 6.
Kelly, good evening. It was a pretty nice weekend. How are we looking for this week?
Yeah, good evening, Kevin, and good evening to everyone. It's the week of Halloween. Things are looking really good right now. Halloween might have some showers, but we will get to that. We are just enjoying the sunshine right now. Minimal cloud cover here on our Doppler Max, and temperatures tonight will get to the 30s, but right now we'll see the 50s. We are hanging strong in some upper 40s and lower 50s. Not too much of a chance of frost for tonight, but we'll definitely be close to that. Nice and clear skies, maybe a few extra clouds to start tomorrow morning. But we're going to talk about your Halloween forecast and an update on that major hurricane Melissa coming up in just a few minutes.
Kelly, thank you very much. On Sunday, the Hancock Police Department received a call from a man who claimed he had planted 2 bombs near the Ramada Inn and M&M's Power Sports located on Navy Street. He also threatened to open fire at the Ramada Inn. Officers from multiple local and state agencies responded, securing both areas and conducting a thorough search. No explosives, weapons, or suspects were found, and authorities determined there was no credible threat. The investigation into the source of the call continues. Anyone with information about this matter is asked to call the Hancock Police Department. Millions of Americans could lose access to critical food assistance programs if the government shutdown continues into next month. The Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program, or SNAP, as well as another assistance program for women, infants, and children are at risk of running out of money in days. Our Washington, D.C. correspondent Brendan Scanlon is live on Capitol Hill, where an extremely consequential week in Washington is now underway. Brendan, good evening.
Hey there, Kevin. Good evening to you. Yeah, very consequential week here on Capitol Hill, to say the least. If Congress doesn't pass a spending bill and if the Trump administration can't find some additional funds, then programs like SNAP and WIC are expected to run out of money by November 1st. The United States Department of Agriculture says SNAP has about $6 billion left in its contingency fund, but the total bill for November benefits is closer to $8 billion.
But in November, we are worried about losing all that money for funding.
The Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program supports roughly 42 million Americans. WIC helps more than 6 million pregnant women, new moms, and young children buy essentials like formula and baby food. Benga Adjalore with the Center on Budget and Policy Priorities says Americans who rely on food assistance are at risk, especially in rural areas.
Upwards of 6.6 million rural residents also take SNAP. And in fact, people take SNAP at a higher rate in rural areas as opposed to metro areas.
Chances for a deal in time to provide November's benefits are fading as partisan attacks escalate.
This is purely Democrat. They're doing some really bad things. I think they're lost souls.
Democrats remain locked in, demanding extensions to Affordable Care Act tax credits in exchange for their support to reopen the government. They say they're open to negotiate, but accuse Republicans of refusing to come to the table ahead of another key deadline.
November 1st is around the corner. Families are going to have to pick their insurance policies then. It's a crisis, and it needs to be addressed immediately. Trump keeps trying to say this healthcare crisis can wait. House Republicans say we can do it later. That's BS. When they say later, they mean never.
Many Republicans believe there's a time and place for those negotiations.
We can't really get to that negotiation until the government opens. Democrats are trying to have that negotiation while then using the government shutdown as leverage. I think that's a mistake.
And Kevin, there are some things that states are doing to try and mitigate the impact of those federal SNAP dollars running dry. Virginia, for example, has declared a state of emergency to try and free up some additional emergency dollars. Other states are looking at other programs that they can cut to free up additional dollars as well. Reporting live on Capitol Hill for WZMQ 19 News, I'm Brendan Scanlon. Kevin, back to you.
Brendan, thank you very much as always. Michigan House Speaker Matt Hall says Upper Peninsula lawmakers are ensuring rural communities get their fair share of state investments. In an exclusive interview, he told WZMQ local representatives helped deliver long overdue projects in this year's state budget. He says they secured funding for everything from infrastructure to higher education, all while pushing for more government accountability. Hall says his caucus is focused on cutting waste and improving transparency in state spending.
These guys were fighting really hard, Dave Preston, Greg Markinen, and Carl Bonek, and got a lot of things in there for the Upper Peninsula. I was happy to see that, and I was happy to help them. You know, I personally took their priorities and fought for them.
We'll have more from the speaker tonight at 11:10 Central. Former Michigan Representative Beau Lefebvre has begun his state Senate campaign to replace Senator Ed McBroom's seat in the 38th District. In his run, he looks to increase access to firearms in the Upper Peninsula, lower car insurance and electricity costs, and make UP businesses easier to start. Under his 6 years of experience, Lefebvre says working alongside familiar faces at the state level would bring accountability from both sides to the aisle.
I am inflexible, you may call it, on principled issues. But I can also understand that a good deal is better than no deal at all sometimes. So more than willing to work on both sides of the aisle to get good results for the Upper Peninsula of Michigan.
Alongside his campaign, this Friday, Lefebvre will be sworn in as an attorney at the Dickinson County Courthouse. Your first warning weather forecast is after the break. Plus, Spectrum is making a large donation to Mission of Hope in Escanaba. We'll have the details. And later, Jim Koski is here for Life in the 906. He's going to explain why I was put in handcuffs this Saturday in downtown Marquette. We'll be right back.
For the best pre-owned cars, come to John's Auto Marquette. If you mess up when I get it right, I swear. For the best pre-owned cars, the best service, and best detailing, come to John's Auto Marquette. I shouldn't have looked at her.
Welcome to the DMV.
We work at the DMV. Helping people is not our job.
Employee Spotlight. Barb.
Now that I'm officially branch manager, I need you to take my picture so I can be hung on the wall. I'll do it.
Smile, but just your eyes. Just your eyes. Just your eyes. Stop moving your mouth.
I'm not moving my mouth. I am now, but...
DMV. New CBS tonight.
We examine lab results closely. We monitor treatment progress meticulously. But what we see is you. We see how cancer affects the life you lead and touches the love you share. Even as we practice the latest treatments and consider the most advanced options, what we see is how we can provide the best possible care for you. Healthcare is a lot of things, but the best care is human. Aspirus Cancer Care. What we see is you.
For the best pre-owned cars, come to John's Auto Marquette. If you mess up when I get it right, I swear. For the best pre-owned cars, the best service, and best detailing, come to John's Auto Marquette. I shouldn't have looked at her.
Tonight's weather is brought to you by Shunk Furniture.
At Shunk's Fall Sale, with our low prices, it's a great time to redo your living room and family room at Shunk's. We give you the largest selection of sofas, love seats, and sectionals in the latest styles of fabric or leather. And reclining furniture for the family room, we've got it. Reclining sofas, love seats, and sectionals, and matching recliners with power or without. Hundreds of recliners to choose from. I lowered the price on Lazy Boy recliners. They start at just $2.99. Shop Shunk's at Marquette today.
Now, WZMQ TV 19 First Warning Weather with meteorologist Kelly Rowland.
Welcome back. Hope everyone's having a lovely Monday. A great start to the week. We're starting things out nice and dry. The closest rain is all the way out to the west here. So we're nice and clear when we look locally. Just really lots of sunshine, barely any cloud cover up in the sky. Temperatures right now upper 40s, really lower 50s. A very comfortable evening. Winds are on the breezy side, about maybe 10 to 15 miles per hour here, even seeing less than that, 8 miles per hour for Copper Harbor. So sort of that southerly flow, so keeping things not necessarily warm, but at least not that northerly flow, keeping things cool. And Futurecast is really not going to show much here. We'll advance it all the way now to Tuesday evening, still looking beautiful. So your morning and evening commutes really won't have any issue until we get to maybe Thursday morning. So we're looking really clear here for the immediate next 3 days. So we really won't anticipate any rain, but unfortunately we might start to see some rain push into the area by the time we get to Halloween. So this is your trick or treat candy cast. Prepare for all the Halloween puns coming up this week, but lower 40s and likely going to be seeing some showers and windy conditions. So it might not be a bad idea to maybe adapt your Halloween costume, have the hoodies and the sweatshirts or even the windbreakers under it. Try to make it look like it's part of the costume, but something to look forward to. We will be gaining an hour of sleep this weekend. Make sure to test those smoke alarms. The sunset is going to be an hour earlier. The new sunrise time will be 7:33, and the new sunset, at least for the first day of this daylight saving time ending, is 5:32 p.m. So yeah, it might be dark out kind of when you get to work and leave work, but it is what it is. Something I do want to talk about though is Hurricane Melissa. This is right now. You can see a pretty well-defined eye right here just south of Jamaica. This is a major Category 5 hurricane. It went through a rapid intensification process over the weekend. 175 mile per hour winds, and it is approaching Jamaica, likely to make landfall really early tomorrow morning. This is going to be major devastation. If we look at kind of this entire monster of a hurricane here, it's about 800 miles wide if you look all the way out from the edges of the storm bands here from side to side, and it's approaching an island that's essentially 100 miles wide. So it's kind of like a car running over a pebble. It's not really going to stop it. Yeah, it might go through a little bit of a, oh, what was that? But this is going to bring some really catastrophic and life-threatening conditions down into Jamaica, and our hearts and our thoughts are with everyone directly and indirectly impacted. But locally here, we'll track really nothing until we get to Halloween. So unfortunately, we'll have to kind of babysit this forecast as we get closer to Halloween, but still keep your plans, and the weekend not looking too bad either.
Kelly, thank you. I have to ask you, stay with us for just a second, that creature or person dance, was that the stanky leg?
Oh. Yes, Kevin, if you want it to be stanky leg, it will be stanky leg.
I can't believe it. We're throwing it way back.
Too funny.
Kelly, thank you again. All right. Today, a telecommunications provider made a generous donation to an Escanaba nonprofit. Spectrum presented a $2,500 check to Mission of Hope, Delta County, which distributes free shoes, backpacks, hygiene kits, and other necessities to more than 400 families at the start of each school year. The funds are a Spectrum Employee Community Grant, and Mission of Hope was nominated by a Spectrum employee who also volunteers for the organization.
Because of Spectrum's generosity, over $15,000 in the past 6 years, they have made an impact into lives of people they will never meet. But it has been an amazing jump to help the trajectory of these kids' lives.
The Spectrum Employee Community Grants Program has awarded more than $2 million to over 400 nonprofits across the country. Coming up next on Insights, we're getting our monthly update from the Iron Ore Heritage Recreation Authority. That conversation's in 2 minutes.
Fox Marquette Chevrolet is bringing you great deals every month all year long. From now through October at Fox Marquette Chevrolet, lease a 2026 Chevrolet Equinox for $399 a month for 36 months with zero due at signing. Together, let's drive. Fox Marquette Chevrolet, experience the difference.
The CBS Evening News original content.
The U.S. is short about 3,000 air traffic controllers.
Is that an effective way to train?
There's new life for the city of Youngstown.
You're letting the light back in.
The CBS Evening News.
Get in the game at Connery Sports in Iron Mountain. Our newly expanded storefront is packed full of sports cards, memorabilia, and the latest sports apparel. Whether you're chasing Pokemon cards for the kids or seeking one-of-a-kind collectibles and vintage gems, our expanded space has something for everyone. If you're a diehard fan or just starting your collection, Connery Sports supplies everything you need to fuel your sports passion. Swing by today at 617 North Stevenson Avenue for something to rep your favorite team.
Important alert. Were you sexually abused by a priest in Illinois or any of these other states? You may now be entitled to significant compensation. The Illinois Attorney General released a report citing the church for protecting hundreds of sexual predator priests involving thousands of victims. Call 800-922-6777 today for a free and confidential consultation. It's 800-922-6777. Time is limited, so don't wait.
Attention, please. The following personnel are permanently assigned to the MASH 4077. God help us all.
MASH, weekdays and Sundays at 7 on MeTV 19.1.
From now through October at Fox Marquette Chevrolet, get 2.9% APR for 72 months on select new 2026 Chevrolet Silverado 1500 models. Together, let's drive. Fox Marquette Chevrolet, experience the difference.
You're watching WZMQ 19 News, live and local, with Kevin Hodge.
Welcome back, everyone. It's time once again for our monthly check-in with the Iron Ore Heritage Recreation Authority. Joining us, as always, is Trail Administrator Bob Hendrickson. Bob, always good to see you, my friend.
Yeah, thanks for letting me give an update.
Of course. Well, let's get the update. What kind of projects are we working on?
Yeah, well, we're still doing some trail work. We got a little extra bonus time this year, getting some odds and ends done. We're just completing a erosion control out in Chocolate Township. It's a really sandy area, some steep bankments, so there's some erosion happening. Got some good gravel out there. We'll see how that handles it through the winter, and then probably finish it off next spring after we see how this patch works.
Sure, I gotcha. Yeah. And you mentioned you had some extra time. Is it because of these warmer temperatures we've been having?
It's actually been a very dry, productive month for October. The projects, we kind of wrapped up all the main ones, but now we're just kind of buttoning up the little ones. And that's been a great thing. We're working with the Marquette Conservation, or the Marquette County Conservation District on eradicating some glossy buckthorn in Tilden Township. That's been a problem in that area. It's kind of a rare, it's like a bush that kind of grows up, can really take over an area. It's growing along a beaver pond out there. So we are working with them. We'll do the mowing or the cutting for that, and then they'll do an application. So there might be a little disruption for trail users along that stretch. It's between Washington Street and Stoneville Road in Tilden Township. So it's a popular stretch, but it won't be a long closure. It'll just be a temporary one for maybe a day.
Gotcha. Yeah. All right. Anything else you guys are working on right now?
Yeah, right now, kind of coming into the giving season for things. We are funded through a millage, and we're very appreciative about that. but we don't take it for granted. A couple that have moved to the area, Bill and Dee Danley, approached how they could help fund the trail, and we're going, well, we are fairly well self-funded, but at the same time, they can work with the Marquette County Community Foundation. And then they'll be doing that. We're going to be working with the Community Foundation in the upcoming week to do an announcement on this. And this is something that is going to be a long-term building. So it's something that it's a legacy fund that'll be used for maintenance, any unexpected things that come up, and also a chance for community people to contribute to the fund and help build that out.
Excellent. And what kind of a difference do you think that's going to make, Bob?
I think in the long term, it'll be once that endowment really grows to where it's becoming useful, it'll be able to supplement certain projects and also provide funding to matching grants. So that's something that we can use it for. And then also for maintenance, something that grants and something that we really start focusing on now is this long-term longevity of the trail. So I think that's really where we're going to see the key for that happen.
Gotcha. And we mentioned the warmer temperatures have been helping you out, but it's going to get cold soon enough.
It is.
Any reminders for trail users when it does come?
So the most part, once the snow starts coming down, it's really the trail becomes more susceptible to erosion and to damage. Really, especially on the ATV side of things, maybe it's time to start putting away to ATVs at the end of November. This first part of December, everything turns over to the Snowmobile Club, and West Country Snowmobile Club starts that maintenance. And that's when the ORVs aren't allowed on it and it becomes a snowmobile trail. And they need that time to build the base up for the snowmobile trail so it doesn't get damaged and they can use it the whole season.
All right, gotcha. Bob, as long as I have you here, anything else for us?
Yeah, overall it went great. I hope people still get out on the trail. There's still a lot of color out there, and I hope people get a chance to enjoy that. It looks like a beautiful stretch of weather that comes up, and we can look forward to that.
All right, excellent. Bob, always glad to have you on, my friend.
Thank you.
Absolutely. And tomorrow we're talking about the heart health risks hunters face when out in the woods. That conversation's only on 19 News Insights. Jim Koski's next with your Life in the 906. He'll let you know if I'm facing any charges. And later, cruise season has wrapped up in Escanaba after taking last year off. Now, before we head to break, here are the trick-or-treating times around the UP.
All right, people, all hands on deck.
I don't really recognize the world anymore. My team saw things, survived things.
There's something else going on here. Something bigger.
FBI, don't move! But I know what kind of people you are, and I'm not giving up. We are FBI, and we still have a job to do to protect people. Let's move.
FBI is all new. CBS tonight at 9/8 Central and streaming on Paramount Plus.
It's the Kirkish Furniture Spooky Savings Sale with scary good deals on appliances and more. Get up to 40% off Amish dining room sets. This Encore Effortless Soft Queen Mattress just $5.99. Whirlpool Top Load Washer $5.49. Going on now in Houghton.
Closed captioning sponsored by Range Bank of Upper Michigan. Download the WZMQ 19 app or visit WZMQ19.com for the latest news and weather. Around the clock and on your schedule. 19 News is all about you.
Looking for your next level in real estate? Look no further than Next Home Superior Living. Stephanie's not just any realtor. She's energetic, talented, equipped with the latest technology, and decades of experience to serve you better. At Next Home Superior Living, we're not just selling homes. We're guiding clients and customers throughout the entire transaction. That's Stephanie Jones of Next Home. Visit stephaniesells.com and let her work with you for your next home. Don't settle for ordinary. Choose Next Home Superior Living for your extraordinary real estate journey.
Welcome back, everyone. Jim, first, let me thank you for joining us trick-or-treating in downtown Marquette this past Saturday, but you almost got me in some big trouble there, sir.
Yeah, Kevin, I suppose I should say I'm sorry for almost getting you arrested Saturday, huh? Now, before I explain what heinous crime Kevin may or may not have committed, let me fill things in a little. It's Halloween week, a special time in the UP, and it kicked off Saturday with downtown trick-or-treating here in Marquette, where somewhere in the neighborhood of 7,000 people gathered to go from store to store, celebrate the season, and dress up. And boy, did they dress up. Not only families bringing their kids out for the night, but even people just enjoying the festivities got into the spirit of it all as well. But you know, that's how we roll here in the UP. Give us a holiday, even if it's something along the lines of 906 Day, and we celebrate the heck out of it. Halloween, by the way, is one of those special times where we go all out. I'm not surprised though. I mean, we deal with the two main components of Halloween, the spooky and the unusual, all the time. Think of the Uppers who believe Bigfoot lives in their backyard, the fact that the Paulding Lights have become a tourist attraction, or how we have to deal with scary creatures like trolls every day of the year. Oops, my mistake. The trolls we deal with every day of the year aren't quite the ones that are celebrated on Halloween. Nonetheless, it was nice to see everyone getting into the spirit of the season on Saturday, just as Uppers across the peninsula will be doing through Friday night. So enjoy every single second of it. Celebrate safely. And who knows, maybe you'll come across a kid dressed as a cop, point out to said kid that Kevin has never eaten a pasty, and then tell the kid that he can arrest Kevin for that offense. I actually didn't realize he'd take me seriously. So Kevin, I do apologize. Just know that in the spirit of the holiday season, I would have happily paid your bail. Well, except for the fact that we ran out of candy, and that's what I used to persuade him to arrest you in the first place. I'm Jim Koski, and that's another slice of life in the 906.
Tony Soprano would say, you're a rat, my friend. Thank you very much, sir. I appreciate it. And don't forget to join Jim weekday afternoons on Q107 WMQT. The city of Escanaba just wrapped up a full season of welcoming cruise ships to its shores. Our Escanaba reporter, Lily Simmons, tells us what that looked like and how the visits benefit both passengers and locals.
Cruise ships docking on Little Bay de Noc have become a familiar sight for downtown Escanaba.
We had just a very, very positive experience with the Victory Cruise Lines, and I think that we met their expectations. It was not only positive for their guests, but it certainly was positive for our community as well.
Victory Cruise Line ships previously belonged to the former American Queen Voyages, which made regular trips to Escanaba in 2023. This year, after a season without frequent cruises, Victory came to town 34 times between May and October. Escanaba also had 2 visits from Pearl Seas Cruises.
This was Dan Kabasik's dream, the founder of North Shore Logistics. This is something he had in the works for a long time. We have a wonderful port that can accommodate all the needs of the cruise ships that come in.
Passengers enjoyed a full day in town, led by knowledgeable local tour guides. According to the Delta County Chamber of Commerce, Victory Cruise Lines requested an itinerary that included the local history and culture, from trips to the UP military and Webster Marble museums to local businesses.
They did a little bit of shopping downtown. They visited the Boniface Arts Center. They've had pasties, and then of course they spent time in the lighthouse. We had guests from the East Coast, from the West Coast, and everywhere in between. They've been very impressed, and we're hoping whether they come back by car or by ship that they stop and see us again.
Plans for the cruise lines to return have not been made at this time, but the success of this year leaves the chamber optimistic about the future.
You think about this little community and what it has to offer. It makes us really proud of what this community has done and how many services they're able to provide.
Reporting in Escanaba, Lily Simmons, WZMQ 19 News.
Now stay tuned, everyone. Kelly Rowland returns for a final look at weather after this.
An official message from Medicare.
Medicare plans change from one year to the next. And this year, it's important for you to review your current coverage and compare all your options during Medicare open enrollment. Compare health plans. Compare drug coverage. Compare costs. See if you can save. And make sure your drugs are covered. Open enrollment ends December 7th. Compare plans now at Medicare.gov.
Paid for by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services.
Chips or cracks, we got your back. Brian's Auto Glass.
Cracked windshield, chipped glass? Don't wait. Call Brian's Auto Glass in Nagani. We specialize in expert windshield replacement, chip and crack repairs, and safety system calibrations to keep your vehicle road ready. Can't come to us? No problem. We'll come to you with our mobile service. Fast, professional, local. Brian's Auto Glass, where clear vision starts.
This right here is confidence in a bottle. It makes me feel so much more confident than I've ever felt.
They are some of the hottest videos on social media. Those videos claiming to instantly get rid of bags under your eyes. Annette Figueroa is here to tell us why she says this one is for real.
This one is for real, and I'm so excited. We even have a video, and all he uses is a small amount on a clean, dry face. And what it does is it tightens and lifts the appearance of bags underneath your eyes. And I did this to my father. father. We were at home. So we applied it to his under eye bags. And let me tell you, we were so excited. In under 10 minutes, they visibly disappeared from view. And now it is literally part of both of our daily routines. And not only does it work on the bags, it works on the appearance of crow's feet, fine lines, and wrinkles.
At our $14.95 price, it's the best way to try Plexiderm and see it work after your first application. Your solution is at plexidermtrial.com or call the number on your screen.
And a final check of your forecast. We have beautiful views across the Upper Peninsula. Our 19 News Sky Cam looking beautiful. Minimal cloud cover here. Really nice evening. And tonight temperatures dipping down to the upper 30s, lower 40s, even some mid 40s in there down towards Escanaba and Menominee. So overall things remain quiet and cool, but things do start to change once we get closer to Halloween. So I'll have an update on your Halloween forecast and the possibility of some showers later tonight.
Kelly, thank you very much. And I think that was the twist, actually. I don't know if it was the stanky leg. I'll have to take a second look. Finally, tonight, the Marquette Symphony Orchestra is offering a special chamber concert this weekend. On Saturday at 7:30 p.m. in Reynolds Recital Hall, MSO's Brass Quintet will play a number of pieces for its Dances for Brass show, featuring music from the 20th century, as well as late Renaissance pieces transcribed for brass. NMU's music department head says the program aims to showcase the many talents of the orchestra in a unique way. Tickets for Saturday's performance will be linked on WZMQ19.com. That's all we have for right now, everyone. We'll catch you back here again later tonight. See you then.
Melissa, now a massive dangerous Category 5 storm. We're tracking